again, this is not necessarily full sequence. It's not a traditional sequence. This is just us kind of working up the body. So if you want, with your feet, just kind of stepping on the soles of your partner's feet, kind of getting them acclimated. This will start to open up the ankles a bit. And play around with where you actually are. So you can kind of work down through the toes, to the arch. So a lot of this is also balance.
Amazing. Yeah.
I mean, this is easy stuff to do at home, so it's lovely in this
Heidi,
way.
is it possible for you to cut the music
Turn it down or turn up?
to off? Well, it's just because the recording. Yeah.
I can turn it down for sure. Sweet.
Or even that'll work.
All right, now getting kind of up the body here. You have a couple different options. Depends on how flexible you are. I personally just will go like forward fold and kind of walk up the calves. I'll show you different options. Whatever feels nice to your partner, you can use. For me, again, I'm pretty flexible in my hamstrings. I can just kind of start to work up the calves real gently. What you want to do is not put too much. Spread everything out. If you need to come down onto your knees, that's fine too. If you need a little bit of this, you're fine. Work down and up. You can even put your knees into the soles of your partner's feet. One at a time, so you can kind of control how deep we're going. The nice thing here about Thai massage, let your fingers kind of rest. Okay, most of it is going to be just body weight and shifting. So you don't even really need to like work this way into the hands the way a lot of people would think that you need to do in massage. You're just kind of, again, walking back and forth. You can do this into the hamstrings, but I'll actually show you a better option here if you want to come all the way up to your feet. In order to work up the hamstrings, you can also do this with the calves if you should so choose. You can actually work up this way into the hamstrings. I kind of just work on the inside here, kind of into your adductors. So that nice arch of your foot can be pretty soft. And you can work cross body here and just ease into it. These are things that are kind of hard to mess up. They normally feel pretty good. Also really important to talk to your partner. Hey, you good? Rob, how you doing? Wait, I feel like it's a thumbs down if you were right side up, but thumbs up otherwise. Good. So your heel can kind of hook onto like the inner thigh, your adductors, which if I say adductors, that just basically means the insides of your thighs. How many massages did you do today, Mark? 4. Long afternoon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're all in one house though, so it's just like.
Oh, good.
It's cool.
Revolving door.
Yeah, that's cool. A bunch of ladies and a bunch of babies.
What's that?
There's like a bunch of ladies and their babies, so they would like take turns watching the babies.
Love that.
It's really sweet.
I'm gonna need to bring my baby to a massage one of these days. So.
And I had an esthetician friend, so we had like a rotation.
Yeah.
Doing facials and then
Oh, that's
stuff.
smart.
Yeah. Little house spa.
Sounds lovely.
Yeah, dude.
How you doing, Rob?
They cook a bunch of food.
More or less.
It's good.
We're rocking you around.
What's that?
James, right? I'm terrible with names, so I'm trying to remember all the things. Alright, how did that? Oh, pain face? It should be a pleasant, breathable discomfort. Not so much pain face.
No, I want it.
Okay.
I want more.
Again, breathable discomfort. Make sure you can actually breathe through it. Alright, coming down here, we actually can start working on some balance as well. So, you kind of got in the adductors. Something that I start to do when I start to work into your glutes is I kind of go knees on the glutes. There are a lot of different ways to work it in this position, but I will kind of perch myself up here. I like to start putting my knees right below the butt, the gluteal crease, and that high hamstring, like right up there, and just kind of getting used to like letting your weight sit on your partner. A nice back and forth will do it too. And then you can move up onto the glutes. A lot of this is about balance. So if you need to keep your hands down, absolutely do. Yep, you can pick your feet up just like that. You can dance around up there. How you doing? Bueno?
Good.
Get it, girl.
Good. And then if you also want to perch, you can always start to perch here on the back. Again, in this position, it's really nice to start broad, big broad hands. You can just kind of walk up the sides of the spine. You don't need to put a ton of pressure here right up front. Don't start jamming your hands in anywhere, but it is nice to kind of work it back and forth. I think the best visual I ever got was the Thai massage is kind of like, kind of have to channel your inner elephant. We're kind of lumbering along here and just letting your weight do a lot of the work. Mark, did you take class in Chiang Mai? Is that where it was, right? Your yoga stuff was in Koh Samui. Yeah. Think straight arms and think kind of a lumbering back and forth. I'll come over there in a sec. You pause for 1 sec, Robert. How to make most of the weight in there. Hi, John. About to get so friendly.
Water is fine.
So see how I'm kind of like doing the lean like this? Like moving my whole body.
Have a massage teacher.
Just rocking back and forth. With your arms. You don't have to hold it.
Make sure you lift her.
And then the heel of your hand will hook onto the sides of the spine here. So if you were to go find the spine, you've got all this musculature on the side. The heel of the hand
Dude,
kind
these
of
giant
hook in. All that
animals, right?
stuff.
But they can sneak up on you. They're silent. They're very intentional how they distribute the weight. Definitely.
Then all this is straight arm. It's funny because like other forms of massage are like not to stack your joints. Thai massage, they always do. Good?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. How are the backs? Yeah. Nice and slow backs. So I'd say most of the time when you're getting massage, you're probably on your front side, right? Lying on your front with your head in like a face cradle or something. You do most of the work there. There's so much work to be done in side lying, which is why I like Thai massage so much. So we're actually probably gonna move into more of that side lying posture here in a sec. I feel like you need massage so bad.
That is correct.
Isn't that so messed up? The people who do it the most need it the worst? That's how I feel. All right, friends. Let's move into side lying just so we can kind of start getting some work done there. So for the sake of talking you through it, let's go onto your right side. So if you're on the ground, roll to the right. Where you're laying on your right arm. Yes? Yeah. Good. Just like that. Perfect. Y'all face this way. Rock. You're facing the audience. Perfect. Okay. Best way to get somebody into position is to take this top leg and swing it up front like so. And this bottom leg is straight-ish underneath it. You can lay on your arm any way that feels comfortable. Like this. I often have pillow bolsters. I don't have one right now, so it's kind of a bummer. Jared, do you want like a foam roll or anything?
Good.
Sure. I feel like we
Got a sandbag.
the glutes. Why? Because I work on a bunch of CrossFitters all the time. So we're just gonna go right into the hips, but we'll hit everything else along the way. So in this position, this does require some closeness. So the nice thing is y'all know each other and y'all are professionals, so you're fine. So what I do is I generally will like hook in to working on somebody with this leg. So if I'm on my right knee, it's my left leg that's kind of hooking on the outside of their shin. Justin, are you big enough to? Yeah, awesome. Okay, good. I just want to make sure like it works with the dimensions here. And right here, then my right hand is free on this hip. So what I'm doing is I'm not cupping the actual glutes here. I'm actually finding their bone right here, that's like bony protrusion. Oh yeah, that helps. Right in here, so I kind of know where I'm going with it. So I take two hands here and I kind of just start working around in here. And I kind of am doing one of these things around the bone. And you'll feel like on the backside, you'll feel where that glute really can get a little bit angry. So again, kind of being nice, take your time, sink into it a bit. But it's really all this stuff on the backside. Finding spots. Generally it's like right here and like I call it high side butt if I'm talking to normal people. Like good. And again, just kind of going straight arm, working around. If you want, you can come down to the elbow, not even to the elbow, but to the forearm. That nice broad piece right here, and just kind of sit into it. Doing okay? Hanging out? This way up here? Or down more?
Probably down.
Down?
Yeah.
Always better to start broad and then you can start getting more point specific as you go. But definitely broader is the way to go up front. But now while you're here, if you have somebody that has tight like IT bands or anything like that, you can kind of start to work on the side of the leg. So I generally will go from here, since it's nice in proximity. You can, again, without putting too much weight in the heel of the hand, and take them together like so, and just kind of start to give a little bit of downward pressure here, compress. And what you're really trying to do is not move right down the side. Like, you know, yes, your IT band is here, but really what it is it gets like really tight and stuck, kind of where it meets the quadricep. So it's almost like, if you were to look at my thigh, it's like right here, almost like in the corner. So when people are working on their own IT bands, they go straight down the side. It's not really doing a whole lot. It hurts like hell, but it's not really gonna give you a lot of long-lasting effect. You're better off kind of working here in that corner. So that's really where you wanna be focusing here once you're kind of working it down. And again, it doesn't take a whole lot because it's gonna be pretty sensitive. How are you here? And then what feels quite lovely is then moving then also into the side of the calf as you go down. Back up to the glutes here. I'll show you some stuff for the inside of the leg that's actually straight on the ground. So there's a few things you can do here. You can use your foot. You can use like kind of your shin if you want. There are a lot of body parts you can use for this inside of the leg. It really kind of depends upon what's most comfortable for you and for the person that you're working on. So for me, I was taught when I was in school actually to go with the foot because you have that arch of your foot that fits really, really nicely into this musculature right here. You can get a little bit weird about how close you are to their private parts, so just being careful about that. But again, like it's your arch of the foot that's facing like the rest of their body, so it tends to be pretty soft. Again, you're not trying to dig your heels in or anything like that. You're just trying to take a flat foot and just gently kind of rock your weight onto the adductors. Again, kind of watching the face. If your person doesn't talk very much, watching their face will tell you how sensitive it is. The closer you get to the knee, the more sensitive you tend to be. Hi, come on in. Generally like up higher. They can take a little bit more down towards the knee again. They're a little more sensitive. Go ahead and work on that. You guys can hop in. If you know what you're doing, do you have experience in this or not?
I do.
Yes, perfect. You
Yeah.
can hop in
Hey.
all you like. Otherwise, we're just kind of doing like
Everybody.
Not for annoying. Alright. Okay, so if we've gotten kind of like that adductor region right here on the calf, note, this part of your calf can be really, really sensitive, so it's important that you don't go crazy into it. I use the ball pads of my foot. I'm real gentle. I actually keep my heel on the floor, and I'm just like gently stepping into it. Because this can get really, really gnarly if you are sore at all, or if you have tight calves. So again, just being really gentle with this. And then as you get closer to like your heel into your Achilles, that can be pretty tight depending on what you're working on. Alright, how you doing? Feel like you're okay?
Ooh.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Bad or good? Down.
That was just tight.
Up.
Down.
Down.
Yeah.
What? Give it all you got. But I don't need to massage my fine.
Are you trying to get more?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
This is your opportunity.
Yeah.
Still down?
Yeah.
Really comfortable with your client. You can get like certain straighter with turn. You know, like through here. I would really think of that.
How you legs
Either
doing,
way,
guys?
right now I'm using my palm.
Lovely.
So far? Good? Get in there? Alright, well, we're going to move from the legs to back and shoulders while we're in this position because there's a lot that we can do here. And again, we're trying to like get enough work in where you can kind of continue on your own. So, if you want to have a seat by your person, I like to go hip to hip here. So my hip is up against his sacrum, so that flat spot here at the base of your spine, right on top of your glutes. This is my prime position because now I can reach everything here. In order to get things warmed up a little bit, I normally will grab this arm and just kind of rest it over my arm so I've got his shoulder in my hands. And I can do a whole lot of stuff with it while I have it here. So first thing is just kind of get things warm. So grabbing the shoulder, supporting the shoulder, not just, you know, jerking it around too much. Take it around. Nice and warm. Take it both ways. Are you feeling crunchies?
Oh,
Face
no.
looked like you had crunchies.
I don't have my glasses on. I was trying to see the screen. So it's squinting.
Alright, lovely stretch here. You want to take it, you can interlace your fingers and hook it right here on top of the shoulder. And again, real gentle leg, just kind of giving it a nice slow stretch, pull up. You might actually see their heads lift a little bit. You You don't have to go that crazy if you're tight right now. And then they can also move their heads around a little bit too. They move their heads back and forth just a little bit. You can kind of feel the stretch in different spots. Good. I do that a few times. Okay, right there.
It's good.
My personal favorite thing for the shoulder when I'm receiving is basically when you're going to take the shoulder and mobilize it a ton up against your hand. So for me, the way I do this, and again, every massage therapist is a little bit different. You probably have some really good stuff here for the shoulder, but for me, I will generally take this free hand, the hand that's not underneath this arm, and I will just kind of hook it around the shoulder blade. If you feel around, you should feel the edges of your shoulder blade. If you kind of hook in there, you kind of dig in with this hand and then mobilize the shoulder at the same time. You can really kind of get into the edges of the scapula. It feels really, really nice. Just to get some movement throughout here. I'm literally like this, so like my fingers like here are on the medial side of the scapula, right on the edge, and then my thumb here is grabbing the other side, like right over here by Terry's, and I'm just kind of going around in circles, just kind of open it up a little bit. So what you can do is you can move both units together. You can actually keep your hand stable and then just move your like the shoulder here with your left hand around it. So you kind of start to creep your fingers underneath the shoulder blade as well. Or you can hold this stable and then move your hand around. So there's like a lot of different options depending upon like what your person likes. So that's why talking about it is helpful. For me, my Terry's like right over here is always kind of a disaster. So I like people to dig in here like with the thumb when they're moving things around, but that's me. So everybody's got a thing. All the things. Terry's is just me. My Terry's and infraspinatus are always a disaster. How you doing, Rob?
CrossFit.
CrossFit. Broken Terry's. It's the worst.
Rotator cuff, man.
Rotator cuffs. And,
Dead.
yeah, they're terrible. Who needs a good rotator cuff? Another pro tip here, back of the hand, so you kind of have like a flat surface to work on. If they have shoulder issues right here, like on top of the shoulder blade, which they might have and you may not ever know it, like I honestly didn't know how tight I was right and infraspinatus on top of my shoulder blade until someone started poking around at it. Flat hand, if you need to kind of get up a little bit, you can. But I generally take that flat hand and just kind of take it to that shoulder blade, that flat muscle right in there. And just kind of jostling it around, you can normally get in there and get some nasties up.
Yep. Up a little bit. Yep.
If your person maybe wants to spread out a little bit more, you can change, ooh, sorry, I'm so splitting. You can change your position a little bit. This does require you kind of, again, being comfortable sharing that space. But if you want, you can actually throw this leg over your person, drape that arm over, and then all of a sudden that opens up the shoulder a little bit more, and you can kind of use their arm as a lever to kind of create some space, and then really going after it in here. So there's also that. And what this also does is opens up a little bit more of the musculature here, kind of like right underneath the armpit. Again, flat hand, like so. You can kind of get in here as well, like right along the side, like that lateral edge of the scapula. Because there's often nasties there too. How you doing?
Good. Somebody's working on me, I can stay here 4 hours.
What's that?
If somebody's working on me, I can stay here 4 hours.
I can't stay here 4 hours. And if you find a spot, you can just hang out there for a little while. Shoulders, they can take it. How are you? Is that the messed up shoulder?
Is that
Did you have a
what?
messed up shoulder?
Yes. This is
That's the one?
Yeah. I mean, you like this very much.
Hold here. Go to sleep.
Well, it's a torn labrum,
Oh yeah.
but
So it doesn't look
it's a
like
lot of,
it's
yeah, exactly.
So here's a good one for you. So you can actually,
I don't know.
so you can actually go this way. So holding it over here and start here. Yeah. You can just kind of straight this way and this, you know,
Oh, yeah.
The last part? The last one.
Where I said
This. So here. And then.
yeah, like kind of do a amount of mobilization, but generally it's gonna make you start to kind of slow it. I don't know what faces, but some people like tell me with their toes, some people laugh, some people like have an angry. I can really tell if they're not actually talking to me what's going on, and then if I can find the spot, like the big eyes, if I can find the spot, then I'll okay. And then generally like if you have like a hold, you ask them like, you can kind of pull like the tissue up, down a little bit, forward and backwards, and then
All I need
kind of talk to me like, what feels like, what do you want, you know, basically, and then we'll generally go to like a little bit, or you can basically, you know, hold there, but then just ever so slightly direction down, or whatever direction feels good, and like that can really kind of come up to the side. Yep.
Love it.
Okay. How are you guys just? How your shoulders feeling? Or your shoulder? It's fine. Yeah, good. You get in there. Everything in there? Yeah, okay. So you let me know what you like. Okay, I'm just gonna try some things. So over here, I'm gonna let her first one relax those arms. Give me that way. Okay, that's the first thing. She's holding. So
There you
I feel
go.
like when it comes to shoulders,
Yeah.
so much of it is
It's a hard spot to
like
find.
you said, definitely making sure you feel the
What's going on?
No, not much. Just hanging out. Just letting him work on me.
Over the bar.
What are we working on today?
She did some leg and then gluteal work. Now she was kind of working up into the rotator cuff, infraspinatus, teres major and minor.
I don't know. Tell me if I'm wrong.
Is anybody asking questions?
Most people are waving
Yeah.
on Instagram, and looks like Facebook is a little bit slow.
Yes, that's the exact spot.
So
Yeah, where your elbow is right now.
we're a little bit far south here, and internet's a little slower.
Oh, okay.
Just a little bit of like
And Sunday will be a completely different bag because that'll be in my home studio. So
Yeah.
yes. Oh my.
she's killing him.
But we are live on Facebook, and your mom said hello.
Oh, so,
Oh no, I'm just laughing. I'm like, they're working out relationship stuff over there. Something's going on. He's about to recant.
yeah.
Is it bothering you there?
Yes.
You have a problem with that shoulder?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I broke my collarbone 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And had a small tear in my labrum in
Yeah.
January, so it's been a long rehab.
So if you take where you are right now, can you move in just like a little circle?
Yeah.
Or like go one direction and then switch it up, like go either direction. But like try to find out where he wants you to go. Over time you'll learn it's almost like you're grabbing skin and you're tractioning different directions based on what he says feels best.
Where you are right now, yeah, that's as you're making those little circles. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
She doesn't have like a large shoulder. I can kind of get around and again, I'm still kind of big.
Is it problematic on your shoulder
What do you mean?
for her to deliver the pressure?
No, no.
Okay.
I'm only doing what he tells me.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure you're comfortable.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Spine also that we're
I feel like I'm doing some sort of WWE like.
Yes.
this way. Again, if you feel like it's just
So good.
right underneath the shoulder. Oh yeah. Underneath this armpit, just like this right here, kind of work up.
So
yeah.
have her find the epicenter where you want her to hang out. Is it right there?
Yeah.
So here's the deal. If you lift your head, what happens if you try to slowly move your arm around without hitting her?
Is it
Me, I'll be buying.
Yours. Now reach your arm towards me. Now lift your arm up above your head. And then like up. And what about back? Yeah.
Yeah, she's sitting all the.
Yeah. And you don't have to move it at all. It's just giving you more options to play with. Oh, well, if it isn't the evil Knievel of Oaxaca. Oh, here's Magda floating through my Facebook feed. She's like, do they have the rings? Do they have other things I can destroy my body on? I'm the evil Knievel of Mexico. I destroy myself so people can work on me at Thai Massage Jam. My name is Magda.
So are you gonna have? You're not tying yourself jumps here from now on, or?
So the main jam in North Austin, we're going to do that on the 1st and 3rd Thursdays. And then she has a separate schedule. Hers just happened to be on Thursday this month. So I'm just trying to like move around based on where people are having theirs. Yeah.
Do you think you have time to check my foot later?
Do I have time to check your foot?
Later?
Did you injure it at CrossFit?
No. It's the same injury as the last time.
Yeah, I can probably take a look at it. Which one is it? Right or left?
No, this one, the one he's.
This one?
I think it's a fracture. Like,
Oh, really?
Like a small fracture.
Little hairline?
It's lasted for so long. It can be a
Yeah,
hairline
last
fracture.
time I went, I mean, it's been like a month and a half, maybe 2 months.
Yeah. But you landed funny? Yeah.
I did a backflip
Oh, really? Oh, thanks, Evil Knievel. Thanks for letting me know.
and landed wrong.
I might,
you know?
I might not be able to pronounce Oaxaca, but
She has a right foot
That was
injury.
I have less injuries than you do.
I know. You hurt your foot.
Something else.
See if you can add to it.
Where do you want pressure? You like that backward motion?
Yeah, it's nice.
So do this for me real quick. We'll hop up real quick. I just want to. I'll just have to move him around to see. If I take you here, how's that?
I love that.
Okay. So his shoulder blade is basically rolling over my toes, and I'm hooking right there.
It's like a chest opening.
Yeah. But what I can do is I can hook in here, like if I want to take the arm out, like he wants to open up his chest some. How's that? Okay.
He'll get on my trap too.
Yeah. But I can always scoot back depending on like arm length. How's that? Good. Do you prefer at the shoulder?
I love the shoulder.
Do you, in other words, instead of just this grip, do you like this as well? Does it make it better with the hand grip?
The hand grip's much better.
And then is it down or back?
Put more down.
More down?
Yeah.
And then what if I take you this way? There you go.
Get my biceps.
Feel more pressure on the pins
Yeah. Good.
Oh, 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 oh,
Yeah.
oh, oh. Let's have her try the first one, then I'll show her the next one.
Okay.
Oh, that right there, man. Your infraspinatus is tight. You want to try that one?
Yes, sir.
So you see, you're in one position, but then what you're going to do is basically scoot out to where I'm at. If you want to, you can use both feet if it feels better on your toes. Just make sure it doesn't like hurt whenever you pull him back. There you go. And then arm back. There you go. You can just grab whatever feels comfortable. There you go. Sometimes I'll get that thumb to thumb grip. There you go. So now you can pull, and then what happens if this hand reaches up here? There.
Glendale and Airport. Something like that. This is a brand new. Yes, stretches for the shoulder. Yes. That. And also, we've done kind of like the full twist. I'll show you. So, a lot of it's also dependent on where you put your foot. That's kind of your ankle one, right? So, if your foot is up there, like right under his shoulder blade, you can like really dig in there. Also, if you just kind of want to give him like an assisted twist, you can support him there. And then you can basically pull it over the same way, except now this is your anchor. I'll try some stuff on the back, but facing up. You can do some fun shoulder things that you may not have done that are accessible on your back. So if you want to roll on your back, if you want to keep doing what you're doing, keep doing what you're doing. This feels lovely. Stay with it. Yeah. So there's a couple options. So there's this if you want to give her a full twist. So you can hold her where you are. You can hold her here. Or you can also hold her here by the push. And just here. That will put her to you. This or like this. This way. So that's so now we're getting a little back. Right here. Feel the edge.
When working on a spot like this, would you use your knee and like go through cloth? Would that be your preferred contact with this?
For the shin,
Yeah.
That takes some
Yeah.
time and obviously some
I would use my knee eventually. It also depends on just how much she's
like
having problems with it and the feedback she gives me.
Yeah.
'Cause some people wouldn't be able to take it, in other words.
And like, I think like largely be like because of my weight, I'm usually relying on my hands like this to do mat work as well. Because it can be harder to control pressure with knees or feet.
I've had people in this gym who have threatened to walk out of massage because it hurts so bad. It hurts so bad.
In Magda's case, you just give her as much pressure as you possibly can,
That's what I love doing.
because she's
Hey, if you want to see
the evil Knievel of Oaxaca.
And she's my
She's like, I have broken every bone in my body.
nice way to like
she's my anger management dummy. That's like my anger.
have somebody on their back. Maybe I should cross over like this.
And then a lot of times, if you hold that, Magda, can you like pull the top of your foot up towards your knee? What feels better, like when you point or when you dorsiflex? When you point your toes or when you bend back? And what happens if you like shake it side to side a little bit?
When I point.
Okay, I'm not doing anything with my mouth. I'm just cupping where my fingers are right off the edge.
Is there a direction that feels better? Yes.
Yeah.
Which way?
When I'm pointing.
The way. Okay.
Yes.
And I can just work all the way down and I don't have to. These two aren't on camera, just so you know.
Why?
Privacy.
Privacy.
Work things.
You assume we have privacy at this fucking event?
Yeah. Work things. How y'all doing? I want I need all of this personally. I got a lot. Rest your head, Jared. Rest your head. That was very confused.
We put all their stuff in my shoes.
No, I was like, this is, no. Oh, just kidding, this is yours. All right, we're nearing the would-be halfway point. So if you want to swap, you know. Just like, and it's time. Show me all the things.
If you need me to lay down so you can demo again, let me know.
Alright. Just gonna kind of see.
I'll take it.
Touch me.
Touch me. Someone touch me.
Oh, got it. I thought it was like one word.
I'm just doing this for me.
Relief. Blood circulation returns to
I've been coaching it now. I'm just using
was just like, I am not against this. Oh yeah, see, the first time, that's how I get you to come back. Getting it like an hour and a half
Yeah, so there you can either balance either your feet outside. You have big points of contact here and here. You can control the weight push. And that's just creating a together. Measure it and self-leverage across the because of the pressure through here. Flying. There, focus. Right there. There. At that point, your purchase is your knees and your toes. I'll find a way to just let it go through the middle.
Oh, Magda's fine.
Getting all the things.
She's the evil Knievel of Oaxaca.
Yeah, I can know.
Every day she comes to me with something broken. She's like, I was doing triple backflips in acro yoga, and I hurt my foot.
I was gonna say, hurt it in the most badass way.
Put me back together.
Yeah. I would hurt many more things doing that.
You can let your weight down.
So if you keep your hands on the part of the mat, you can actually, you can just rock forward with your knees and really get
Yeah, if you find that they're
rock forward, she nods, just
the
yank.
observation, right?
And yeah, they're understood. It was like, and you're all day.
I guess you've been seeing the John Warren advertisements.
You can actually come in a little more. Standing
If you need me to work on you for a minute, let me know.
Was that?
If you need me to work on you for a minute, let me know.
I wouldn't be mad at a little shoulder mobilization.
What's wrong with your shoulder?
This.
You need to make an appointment. You know you can do that, right?
I know.
I mean, I know you're busy, but
July 3rd, man, and I'm out.
July 3rd. Oh, and you're out of the office.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But until then, this.
You just do what you can.
So,
Until then.
yeah. They gave me elephant poop and made me take it apart. Why? Because I wanted to demonstrate that elephant poop was actually harmless. And they eat well. Doesn't smell. Literally put it in my hand. Yeah.
This is for school.
No, this was entirely just because.
Oh, this was just
Fun.
for school of life.
Yeah. They're like, oh, see, when you take care of the elephants and they have good digestion and they have a good diet, you can play in their poop.
The more you know.
Yeah.
They're bathing them and there's like movement right next to you.
Yep. Yeah. That felt different real fast.
So let me take a photo real quick.
Yeah.
I want to see your shirt. Pull your hair back.
Oh, there goes the foot. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, man. And it was wild, like having all this sneak up on you. We just
I'm Magda. I'm the evil Knievel of Oaxaca. I came from the land of tortillas, and now I destroy my body in the U.S. Let me work on her shoulder real quick, and then I'll work on your foot. How long's it been bothering you?
Really? Okay.
A month? Yeah.
I was told that you would like Mike Jones. My theory was like, she didn't get it, and I was like, I'm gonna have to have this discussion. I know, which is why I was disappointed that you did not understand the move.
like if this was the person, she was doing a crossbody. It's a shirt. Like the left foot was outside of her leg.
So you want me to work on your shoulder?
And up there.
Which shoulder is it?
I don't know, which one is it?
I don't know. Like, is it all just rotator cuff, or is it like shoulders, or is it here?
Strap and rotator. It's probably the right side that's worse because I carry him on the right
Okay,
side.
so lay on your left side, or you can put that to the other end, or whatever.
So I can see. So much. Sorry.
Oh no, I just didn't want to pull it when I moved you around.
Yeah, that feels like a lot.
Cairo, if this is on video, this is what your mother does. Her sacrifices for you, sir.
I know.
Well, no, you just make a video, and every time you make a video, you mention that for like, 20 years.
I have so much ammo.
It's like, is it too much?
No, it's good.
Parents used to not be able to make the recordings, but every time you make a recording, you just end it with that. You just list off your struggles and say, "You caused this."
Oh, you.
So yeah, I'll give you merch when I got it, and then everything else is good. It's just taking time for us to get a store launched.
Got it. Sweet Lord. John, I'll come show you what's up in a second.
Ooh. Ooh.
Once I have a usable arm. John's like the brain that like builds everything.
What's he build?
Everything. Everything. The whole thing that I help support, I feel like it's come from his brain.
Too much?
Which is nice.
Is it just where my toes are digging in, or is it the pulling back?
The toes.
Yeah.
Knee to the neck. Yes.
Too much?
No, it's great.
So my next full video shoot, I think I'm gonna use my butt in like 10 videos.
How to use your butt in a massage?
Yeah, no, it's literally how to massage with your butt is the thumbnail. And then I'm gonna be drinking coffee and like butt scooting across somebody because it's like pissing everybody off, and they're like, "You're gonna lose your license," and I'm like, "What?" I literally have to check in. I'm like, I've been doing this shit for 15 years. Like, what are they? And I'm like, oh my God, they still do massage for a living. Too much? A little to the back. And too much? Okay.
There, man.
This?
No, yeah.
This is my hand. This is my knee.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really funny. White people are the ones who run around and go, "You're culturally appropriating," and then everybody who's from Thailand, or in your case, your family's from Thailand, or you're half Thai, is that it? They're like, "Oh my God, this is just how they did it in my family." Every time.
Making money with it, that's why.
Oh no! Yeah, the big, huge $100 certification fee. Let's like put that shit in my trust fund. I love that.
You're like, how do you think they happened upon all this stuff? Because we were like, how do I do this?
How's that?
Yeah.
Good. And then a rotator cuff?
Just a little.
Just a little bit? They're like, I don't understand. Like, you're rebranding. It's like you're trying to. I'm like, change the name from Thai massage to actually represent what I'm doing, because I moved beyond what people would traditionally think of as Thai massage.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like then the Thai massage people would be happier, because it's like, if you're as much as you off-road, then I feel like they would be happy that you're, oh, hell. Oh, no.
And they're like, I don't understand. What's the sequence? What's the technique? How did Robert? Well, I communicated with people and mashed on them. How's this on your forearm?
Well, my forearm is my shoulder that wants to die.
Mostly I feel like I can't completely win, and what I'm learning to do is you poke the haters online.
Yeah. What is... I like your what is series. What is deep tissue?
Well, I get tired of all their dumb questions, so I just go in and like claim Socratic ignorance and go, what is deep tissue?
What is Terry's?
And they're like,
that hurts right now.
what is CrossFit? It's just working out, right? CrossFit. Yeah, it's just working out, right?
What's that?
This is Hannon's from last time.
Oh. From when she was still pregnant.
Oh.
We missed you on the mat.
Oh.
What?
Oh. Oh.
Pains.
Oh.
I'm trying to get John in this gym.
Oh.
That one.
Oh.
He lifts things.
And they're like, CrossFit is just working out. And I'm like, no, CrossFit is a brand, bro. And they're like, oh. And I'm like, yeah, branding, it works.
Breathe.
Time goes up.
Okay. We got a long day tomorrow and Saturday, so we're gonna go get it.
Go do the things. Okay.
Thank you much for the use of your space.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah, this is supposed to go to you.
We'll figure it out. See whatever the pot is. We'll worry about it later.
So ultimately, this is just going to come back to you. But thank you for the handoff.
Hey, she wrote it to you, so hey, I did it. I delivered it.
Appreciate you.
Thanks, Matt. Absolutely. Yeah, enjoy.
Thanks, Sam. Is that still light outside?
It is.
People
It is 8:32. It's still light.
Wow. Wild.
right there.
Bonus Jim said hi.
Okay.
We'll see ya.
Up. We're down.
Down.
Okay, and then back.
Back.
Okay.
Hi, Tim.
They'll be mad if I call it time massage. They'll be mad if I call it something else.
Yeah.
They'll be mad if I'm successful. They'll be mad if I help people. It's like, okay, so just be mad.
Rob, you're
Like,
a white
so
guy
in other words,
making money doing massage.
you're mad, and I'm helping people making money.
Yeah.
Okay, then since you're going to be mad anyway, I just do what I was going to do to begin with.
Yeah. Even though I was having a moment the other day. It was like some guy in the massage entrepreneurs group, and I was like, don't say anything, don't say anything. And he was like, he basically said, he's like, I'm a white male, and do you think it's right that clients could ask for a female and like ask for a massage therapist based on gender? And I was like, oh, I'm sorry, it's the one place where you're not the preferred.
I used to
gender.
complain about the same thing, and here's
But you course corrected because you were like, you know what? This is
exactly.
not-
But
this is
but
not
what
it.
I did was I went, okay, so
How do I-
basically what you have to do to hold that position, Robert, is you have to complain about being a white guy in America.
Exactly. And
Like,
I was like,
get to
I know
work.
This is not what you're complaining.
Get to work. Get to work. Like,
Like,
you know,
figure it out.
Yeah.
Figure out how to like not have that be an issue anymore. And then, but like, I need you to not complain about being a white man in America.
But you don't know our pain, Heidi.
I don't.
You don't know our struggle.
As a massage therapist,
Just generally.
eh.
You're just speaking from your I don't know, mixed ethnicity, female privilege.
I realize how much of it I have, though. I do have a lot. But it was one of those things I was like, I need you to not complain about this.
There was a male massage therapist group, and the guys were bitching about that, and somebody found a video I made, and people were trashing me left and right, and they said, this guy's a jerk, he just says to suck it up, and and people went, yo bro, that's Robert Gardner.
Yeah.
Like,
Also,
that dude has an entire Facebook group where he gives away information for free to help people with their business, and he's got a YouTube channel, and they're like, oh, maybe I need to do more research, and I'm like, ding 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 ding. It's much easier just to rest on my assumptions and yeah. Well, it's like when you talk to me and you're like, Robert, your teaching assistant's like really diverse. It's like,
yeah, it helps.
that's as much a business decision as an intentional decision to like
It's intentional inclusion.
grab
is
people
what
in
it is.
poverty and go, come on, let's get the hell out of here. There's no reason for this. Like we
I feel
can,
like it just like it opens. It's intentional inclusion, which you need.
yeah.
You know, like I don't know. I think it's smart and it makes people feel safe and like they belong. You know. It matters.
What I notice is if you're a teaching assistant with me in class, people, I mean, they'll listen to me because I'm the teacher, but they give me a lot more mileage when they take 70% of what I say is okay, 30% with a grain of salt, and then they listen to you.
Yeah.
And they go, oh, well, he seems kind of like an asshole, but Heidi was really nice, so maybe his stuff is okay.
Like if she thinks she's all right, maybe he's all right.
Better?
Yes.
Good.
Ah. All right, do the big rounds again.
I was so into receiving that I wasn't paying
Yeah, you can't see
Okay.
as well.
So.
existentially or as in time? Like from a Sartre perspective, you know, like French existentialism, or just like within the realms of Newtonian physics in Austin at the moment? Your English is better than my Spanish. It was 2 weeks ago I couldn't even pronounce Oaxaca, so there you go.
No, it's say it right now.
Yeah. Wait, what's up?
What do I do from here?
Oh, what do you want her to work on?
So the whole thing is, and then there's
Like quads?
hand here.
So like more fronts of your thighs? So,
Yeah, let's do here.
okay. So what I would do is stand, and then you're gonna gently wrap. Is that too much on your knee? And what you're doing is you're really gently wrapping your arch. Do you like more pressure in or out? Inside? Now what if I bounce like that?
And then there's also with the thumb right here.
Probably place pressure.
Less?
Less. Okay, so the jostling less,
Oh, okay.
more just like.
So less jostle, but more lean.
Yes, there.
There you go. Big broad arch. Just walk him through that. You'll do the same on both sides. And you can also use either foot, but you really just want your foot to feel like it just wraps around his arm.
Okay.
I mean his foot, his leg. Whatever part you're using, just wrap it around. So lengthen your arms. Now lean your whole body in, and then back off a little bit, and then do it again. So less push and more lean. Yeah. Then you of course give feedback. right, Magda, what's wrong with your foot?
You move. My toe, they hurt. Mostly the sole of my foot.
So if I press in here, it hurts?
A little bit.
Where do you feel it when you walk?
Yes.
When you're sitting?
Not when I'm sitting.
When you do a double backflip off of his feet in acro yoga and then land and then go, can we do rings at the CrossFit gym? Right there?
Yeah, right there, yes.
You haven't been like working on it?
Kind of. Yes. I've been.
Oops, sorry.
Sorry.
It sounds like you might have a little fracture, a little hairline crack or something. What happens when you move?
No, it's when you thumb, it's when you press it.
So what happens when you bend your toe back? What happens when you bend your toe forward?
Not really.
So it's not the joint.
No.
Are they doing anything that makes you feel better?
I've been icing it, and I've been using icy hot and arnica gel and kind of a coworker.
How's it feel when he flushes blood through it?
Huh?
How's it feel when he flushes blood through it?
When I flush my blood through it?
No. When you flush her blood through it.
Oh. Where you there.
But if I use broad pressure, still painful?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's painful.
Lay on your back. How's that there? Can you move your foot back towards your knee? There you go. And then can you point your toes? And then side to side. Are you getting a job at the stretch place? Stretch lab?
Hire me.
Stretch zone? Why?
They picked someone else, that's all they told me.
I had a guy at the jam recently come from one of those facilities.
My best guess is that maybe they see my car and or they look at my personal Facebook and they see how much I self-promote.
Yeah.
You know, and that means I'm threatening to steal their...
Oh, okay. I didn't think about that.
You didn't think of that?
Mm-mm.
No, I mean like...
Every time we get a massage, when they get to the seat, they always start.
I have a certain stubborn personality too that I don't like giving myself to massage establishments.
Yeah.
From day one at Massage Company, I've had a little bit of bitterness and shit which I tried to hide.
Yeah.
But, you know,
So just let it rest?
I'm just not a good fit at every massage establishment because I don't like them acting like the owner.
So what's interesting is students in my classes, if they like the work, they'll ask me, when are you going to open a place? But I won't open a place for the same reason you don't want to work at a place. Because I don't want to look at you and go, give me 60%. I'm like, no, go work for yourself and like keep it all. Like just go work with clients. Yeah. But to get them to do that, they're like, oh, I have to build a business and I advertise. And how did it feel when blood rushed through?
When he released, did you feel a blood rush back to your foot?
Did it feel better?
Yeah.
But nothing in particular.
Nothing particular.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just swimming around in here. What do you need?
How's that right there? Good.
Do you know any personal trainers that do well who aren't up to date with their certification or who have gotten certified?
Kind of like on the head. Yeah, like that.
Because it's something that's not legally protected if you can do it.
The only personal trainer I've hung out with in any capacity in the last couple years is Jeremy Robinson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I want to start advertising personal training because even for the sake of doing massage therapy, that's going to attract more the kind of people that I want.
Yeah.
People that are actually working on improving themselves. And because of like how you mentioned how it sucks to try to sell massage therapy, like as a commodity, as you said, you attract people with certain narrow expectations when you advertise massage therapy.
Yeah.
But if you're attracting people for like improving their bodies in some way, then you have more freedom to do more with them.
Can you move your foot around, Magna? When you move your foot, it doesn't affect that? When I press on it. Does it hurt when you walk, when you step on it? Yeah. You could have just a little tear, a little muscle tear, or, you know. Does it ever stop hurting?
So a point that was pointed out to us in massage therapy school is that there is no fine line in the transition from muscle to tendon.
Yeah.
Which is really interesting because like I took college PNP, that like really was pointed out to us there.
So all of the chest, like your shoulder will remain tight if your chest is tight, right? This is constantly pulling you forward, and this is always stretched out. It doesn't matter how much you do here, this is still doing literally this, right? So you kind of got to stretch this out no matter what. So what I like to do is I kind of do like a pin stretch, so I'm like pinning the actual tissue here, and then I kind of take the shoulder up with my hands, and like the actual.
When you really dig in the pain science community, what's interesting is they start saying all we do is stretch skin.
Please stretch what?
All we do is stretch skin. And if you talk about pressure, they're like, oh no, very, very, very not safe. Pressure is bad. I'm like, what? And they're like, oh no, pressure. It's like, just stretch skin. And I'm like, my clients would differ with that perspective. And I'm not hurting people, but like I'll freak people out at how much pressure I use, but then for a lot of therapists, because they're not used to using their legs and feet, like I have to kind of reschool the way they think of their tools. How's that? How's that?
Yep. That is because I'm pushing so my thing is this right here, and like that fleshy part of her chest, and then just trying to get her to open up. So that's a good chest one.
That like, I know it's at least to the fascia that we're working deep into the muscles.
And then they're like, well, what do research studies say? Research studies say that OxyContin helps pain. That's what research studies say. Isolating body work to a single variable for research is difficult.
Well, and also to try to research, how actual tissues are being influenced by mechanical pressure. I've heard of some studies done with ultrasound.
How is it? Other than like having you work on it yourself, do you have like a golf ball at home? Yeah.
Have a lacrosse.
That'll work. That'll work. The lacrosse ball won't be as sharp, but if you put the lacrosse ball down, just if you're sitting in a chair, you don't have to stand. You just put it on and just roll it on that part of your foot. So you're just going to mobilize it a little bit, kind of use the muscles. You don't want to do it if it's painful, but if it's just tender and like, ooh, feels like it's, oh, it feels nice, do that. Yeah. But, I mean, I don't know if you had just like a little tear or I don't know. Yeah. How are we doing? Do we have tons of questions?
No, I have to just record. The internet
No, okay.
here is just...
You're totally fine. Either way.
You just post it on YouTube.
Yeah, no, it'll be fine.
There were some comments, but it's just it keeps dropping.
This is the Wi-Fi?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even if I had like I'd have to have.
Yeah, we're gonna have to continue to like work with you and film,
Yeah.
and then figure out a flow for how we want to do things. It's gonna take me a little time to get into a flow of like how I think we should structure stuff. Doing the event on Sunday, I'm thinking I want to maybe do those regularly, but we'll see how the first one goes.
Yeah.
What do you want?
So you keep doing rotations.
What do you want?
For my left shoulder,
You just need somebody to work on this shoulder.
yeah, this shoulder mainly, and my calf, and my, yeah, let's do the shoulder and the calf for now.
What's wrong with the shoulder?
So this shoulder, it's weird because like when I'm working out, right, every now and then I hear a little pop, but it's
Yeah.
not like a bad pop. It's like
Yeah,
a
something
pop.
shifts.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So this shoulder and it's usually my right calf.
I'll get the calf.
Go from there.
Double time. Bathrooms are those two right there with the little one door's open.
My actual arm feels right now.
Where in your calf is it? Low or high?
High, right there.
Tell me, right there?
Yes.
Now, up or down?
I'll take one.
Go up,
I mean, here's the thing: is I've seen people make $40 and then like
Down.
$40 massage.
right there.
No. Lateral or medial?
I think
You're right,
Lateral.
Where to?
Come in this way. Go out a bit. Right there.
There we go. So I'm just gonna hang out right there. Just try to breathe for me. You'll feel your ribs kind of wrap around my knee.
Where your calf is it higher than this?
For my calf, go lower. Right there. Ooh, yes, that's really sore.
Just need another body. Man, I wish I had my camera.
So to say, what's the next like that?
Long term, building the brand, the Time Massage Gym, and building the brand or whatever I call the core work, it'll work. Long term. In the short term, we get a lot of.
So for my calf, it's mainly where the muscle kind of ends, attaches to the bone at the bottom. That's where it's really sore. That whole,
Right where gastroc actually like.
like this whole part right here. That's where it's
Were
really
you doing
sore.
some jumping stuff or what?
So I twisted my my ankle and I tore my MCL, and because of that, this leg was out of remission for a couple of years.
Oh wow.
So I'm working it back into full fitness.
Oh dang.
If I give you pressure up here at the shoulder, how's that?
Feels normal.
It's not overly tender or anything?
Ooh, that right there.
Right here.
Yeah,
That spot?
oh,
It really is.
that's really sore. Go for it. You can put more pressure.
Was it you want more? I see what you mean.
Also, massage entrepreneurs has so many people in it, much like America. There's a lot of stupid, but you can't make stupid illegal. So I just go.
It's like I looked at the comments on that one thing and I was like, is anybody gonna call him out? I was like, I'm not gonna do it. But I was like, I wonder who else is thinking this exact same thing. And I was like,
Well, here's the.
he was like equating it to like race or like stature. And I was
It's exactly the same. It's exactly the
Yeah,
same.
right?
Your civil rights have been infringed upon.
I was gonna say, okay,
It's like, yes, bruh, it is sad. Now cry a tear for me and get back to work.
smallest, tiniest violin.
But I used to complain about it, the same, sort of thing. I just had to work harder. So when I bring you over here, is that okay? Okay. But bring your arm out right there. How's that?
That was a good get up. That was a good get up.
Right where your knees at. It's really sore right there. Ooh.
Also Saturday.
Too much?
That shirt.
No, that's good. It's really sore right there.
This is for my dad. Must have been. I found a lot of stuff.
Why am I not handed everything? Why don't they just make life easy?
Yeah, let's do that.
I'm like, you have more access to resources than any human who's ever lived. Shut up. Get to work. Like, I don't know how to promote my business. It's called a smartphone. It allows you to distribute video content worldwide.
Like you being smartphone ambassador.
Oh.
I would say don't worry about rolling around.
That was like golf
Too much?
ball in his calf.
And they're like, Robert, who taught you that? Poverty and a lack of heroin. Like, come here, mash on me.
This is the laziest thing.
Yeah.
I'm sure too.
The laziest way of giving people pain.
Kind of just this.
Down or up?
I got my kneecap like in his I don't have to do anything.
Too much? Right there? Higher, lower? And I lament their issue. The problem is, I go, yeah, I'm teaching it all to you for $7 a month. They're like, I don't learn online. I'm like, okay, well, I have nothing for you then.
Yeah, I guess you have to go to a different place.
Now, here's the other side. When people write dumb stuff like that, and there's 400 comments, Facebook shows the group to more people and it grows.
Yeah. It's the dumb stuff that actually gets you somewhere.
Yeah.
That calf break. As soon as it stands up, that calf's like, ah!
How's that?
What do you need?
A little better.
Yeah. All the things.
Where does the shoulder actually hurt?
So it's mainly on the inside. Like if you feel this part has a little.
Turn over on your front.
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
Okay. So kind of what
Right there, it's really sore.
Now, when I press in here, do you feel that in front of your shoulder?
Yeah, a little bit.
Does it feel like that pain?
No, it's like a sore pain. Ah, right there. Oh boy, I feel that.
Too much? He's running away. I think it's more back here, and when you hear that movement, it's because of the tendons around the shoulder joint and muscles are sliding over each other.
I see.
Stuff's just a little off balance. Too much?
No, that's good. That's
Okay.
good.
all of this, tennis ball. You just lay on your back, put it in there. You can soften it with like a towel or something. I think that's gonna make your shoulder feel better. I think that's pulling on your shoulder joint. It causing some of that pain you feel in the front.
Okay. Oh, damn.
Better. You just don't owe somebody money or show that to them. Do you recant?
No, I don't.
How's that? Any better?
A little better.
Yeah. That muscle in particular,
Yeah.
you use that a lot. So anytime you can actually put your fingers on it and lift because it lengthens. So driving a car, reaching out to the keyboard, like doing anything, that muscle gets used constantly. So, and people, they'll feel pain up here, but it's coming from the back. Okay. Good, Magda. You got him to say ow. You graduate, you get a certificate. The Evil Knievel of Oaxaca.
This is perfect for me. I mean, all those
Tell that white guy to go to Netflix, watch When They See Us. Say, that's your struggle, man.
Robert, I can't even tell you. I read it to Jay, and
Dude,
just like,
listen, I have a real soft spot, in particular for black people. Having grown up in Louisiana.
It's like, you know.
Because 50% of the population is black, so like you're surrounded by it all the time. It's like there's, and then the thing is, yeah, but the thing is, like, you're in Austin, there's a much lower like percentage of black people here. And then you watch that, and I'm like nauseous in the first episode. I'm just like, dude, this is gonna kill me. Like, I don't know if I'm gonna make it.
Watch it all the way through. Like Jay, by the end of the second episode, Jay was
it's fucked up. Yeah, but the thing is, what was so good is they did it so well that white people, they humanized it.
What's up?
At the bottom it has like
Where you're pressing, so where he's having it is more on his arm over here. So if you're a little more lateral, is that what you're trying to press on? Yeah. There you go. Yeah.
But we were doing things.
Dude, I had to fight to get here, dude. Traffic. I'm like, dude, an hour 15. That's fucked up, man. Yeah.
Okay, technically it's 9 o'clock. If anybody needs to know the time it needs to wrap up, I'm gonna do this for like a hot second.
What's up with your feet?
Like mild plantar fasciitis, and I want more dorsal flexion.
Okay.
It's just tight.
She's always telling me what I need to do.
That would be Magda.
Yeah.
Coming from the mother country of Mexico. And straightening all us gringos out.
I want to go there. Everything I read about Oaxaca, that is amazing freaking place. Too bad there's political problems. That is an amazing place. Oaxaca. Oh my God.
Can you dorsiflex? Then plantar flex. Then can you move your foot side to side? And dorsiflex again.
I feel the least with dorsiflex.
I'm just like, yeah, it's kind of like, pressure down. Energetic systems make it.
I'll work it super slowly.
So it's a little aggressive.
More Magda. Yeah. Front rack mobility.
The muscular part, energetic is
repositioning to like break aggressive.
but muscularly, that's what we're trying to do is get those vertebrae and then hold it.
You have the whole like bear. I'm not feeling the pressure dive down. Yeah. I don't want to have the front rack and lean in.
The body starts going, oh crap, we don't like the pressure. Let's get rid of it. Yeah. So the trap stuff is good. But it's almost like a reflex. Come on, Magda.
Not much.
Yeah, haven't seen you in a little while. I've been out of town for like 8 months.
Oh, where are you?
I was in Albuquerque.
Okay. When you got back?
Yeah, I just got back 2 days ago.
Okay.
Helping my parents move. My mom's got Alzheimer's, so just take care of her and help me move to a house that doesn't have the stairs. You know? Yeah.
I think I need internal rotation.
Happy you're having fun.
Check it up.
I'm going to teach you something now. See what he's doing? That would be a lot easier.
It looks like just sitting over there. Yeah.
Get up whenever you feel tired.
Have a good night. Thanks again.